Good evening, boys and girls. Hello and welcome. It's your host, Chaotic. We are playing Zero Time Dilemma. You may have seen part one, you may not have. Basically, there's 9 of you. You're locked in an underground bunker. 6 of you got to die to get 6 codes to allow the other 3 to get out. So you got 3 teams of 3. The guy who's got like a beak mask on is called Zero. He seems to be calling all the shots, and he's saying at least 6 of you got to die. It's up to the other 3 to get out. So you have C team, Q team and D team, and you can take control of different teams in different parts. So without further ado, let's see if we can progress through the story and attempt to escape. This little one in the middle is a little boy by all accounts. So let's see if we can do some escaping.
So this is the last room.
Yes. We've checked everywhere we could.
It's just as Zero said, huh? There's no way to get out, except by opening the X door.
50 minutes left until the vote deadline.
Don't tell me you want to vote.
How can we not? If we refuse, C-Team gets 2 votes automatically. We'll die.
But...
Hey, do you think this could be part of the experiment? DCOM's whole psychological test.
Nope.
What? Why?
That masked guy called himself Zero. I have no clue why he's here, but he's for real.
So that means he's actually willing to kill off a whole team?
Yeah.
But how?
He said that there's an anesthetic in our bracelets, right? So we'll be sleeping, and then BAM! Or maybe... There's a bunch of different ways.
if only there was a way to contact someone on the other teams.
Why would you need to reach them? What, you're planning on begging them not to vote C-Team or something?
Well, no, but I thought, why not spread out the votes?
What do you mean?
Remember what Zero said? The group with 2 or more votes will lose.
I get it. Maybe C-Team could vote for D-Team, D-Team for Q-Team, and Q-Team for C-Team. Then all the teams would have 1 vote each.
And that'd make it a 3-way tie. And no one would have to die?
But how do we make sure they know to do it?
That's interesting. Is this the prelude to the dog bit?
Hey! Mira! Eric! Diana!
Phi! Sigma! Can you hear us?
It's not working.
Damn it!
Hey, Akane, why don't you try using the morphogenetic field?
Huh? Morphogenetic field?
Let the game end where I treat 2. What's this supposed to mean?
The game will end, and something about 2 people? I guess the tough part is figuring out treat. If it's like trick or treat, then maybe it means there's a reward
Philippe.
or a gift or something.
You okay, mate?
It could also
Welcome
mean
to the
treatment,
stream.
which would imply being cared for.
Either way, it doesn't make sense.
Hey, anyone know what this thing could be?
A box?
What's inside of it?
Maybe some kind of white smoke.
Automate Bako?
You've heard of it, Carlos?
Urashima Taro, right?
How you
Japanese
doing, guys?
folklore.
You all okay?
Something about jumping through time, I think.
This label says Force Quit box.
What's that?
Looks like there's a keyboard.
There's probably a password that goes there.
Then something ends if you punch it in?
But what, though?
Maybe the game Zero's making us play.
Wait. You really think Zero'd put something that easy here?
It seems like it wouldn't even have to be a box for that.
Didn't think it'd work.
Just pressing random buttons isn't going to solve anything.
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Just trying this new game out.
So, what now?
What can we do?
Maybe we should just get this voting business over with.
Junpei,
No, we still have some time.
Come on, man. You're supposed to be the leader here.
How the hell did we get into this mess anyway? Do you guys have any ideas? Why is Zero doing this?
To make us play a game, right? This decision game or whatever.
With the fate of mankind on the line.
so it's true.
Do you know something, Akane?
I think if we end up losing this game, we're all going to die. 6 billion people will.
So what Sigma said back then up in DCOM was...
At this rate, 6 billion people will die.
Yes, what Sigma said is the truth. Have you ever heard of the term Reverie Syndrome? What causes it is unknown. Neither the nerves nor the brain have abnormalities. But somehow, this disease causes you to stop reacting to a variety of stimuli. I've heard there are people from all over the world who have become affected by this.
Hey, hold up. How does this and what we were talking about before go together?
Shouldn't you know already?
Huh?
A crisis. Mankind is currently facing what is clearly an unprecedented crisis. Those affected are sensing it's coming.
Reverie Syndrome.
You've heard of it?
Yeah, kinda. Akane Kurashiki. Junpei Tenmyoji. You're both Japanese, right?
Yes?
And you both lived in Japan when you were kids. You even went to the same school. So you're childhood friends.
Who told you that?
Sigma. He mentioned it back in DCOM. We all lived in close quarters in that facility for 5 days. Information spreads fast. So, whose idea was it for you to join?
Huh?
The DCOM experiment. You two signed up together, right?
No, we didn't. We did this on our own.
Wait, you're telling me you guys just happened to bump into each other at DCOM?
It wasn't a coincidence. It was inevitable. Why did you subject yourself to this circus?
I didn't mention it before? Well, I kinda really need a lot of cash. They said they'd give us 500,000 if we joined up.
Huh. Color me surprised. Thought a hero of justice had no need of money.
A what?
Didn't you say you're a firefighter? A really good one? You've faced off against danger and saved a whole bunch of people. Sounds like a hero to me.
I just have good instincts. Doesn't seem to matter where I find myself. They're pretty good at telling me which path has death at the end. Who is Zero?
To be accurate, you should probably ask, who is the second Zero instead?
Then that means there has to have been a first one, right?
Yeah, there is.
You know him?
Sorta. I brought it up earlier. Bracelet a lot like this one has been strapped to my wrist before. It happened last year. Akane and I were trapped somewhere. The person responsible back then was named Zero.
But I don't think that one has anything to do with this one.
It's gotta be connected.
Just, please, believe me.
She's right.
Nearly spot a brother.
Do you hear something?
Over there.
Gab!
Where did you come from?
Looks like you made it here using this vent.
Does that mean it's connected to the surface?
I don't think so. A vent to the surface would defeat the purpose of a bomb shelter.
So he came from another ward then?
It's too dark, I can't see anything. But Ward Q is down that direction, right? Think you can fit in there, Akane?
No, there's no way.
Someone likes cake too much.
Oh, I know. Let's cut off Junpei's arm. He should be able to fit through then.
Hey! Mira! Eric!
No answer, huh?
Hey, Gab. Did they steal you away from DCOM too?
But why the dog?
Maybe they felt bad about leaving him alone up there?
Baloney. You really think Zero'd do us any favors?
Hold on. I think I got an idea that may work. This case. It holds medication, doesn't it?
Uh-huh. It's empty.
Did that bastard Zero take the meds?
I still think this could work. We can use it. Wait a sec.
A beer coaster and a pen.
I found them on the counter of the bar.
Oh, there's something written on it.
Oh, I did that.
Hello, Carlos here. C-Team is voting for D-Team. So D-Team should vote for Q-Team, and Q-Team for C-Team.
Oh! You're going to put it in the case and have Gab go through the vent.
Cross your fingers he can get to Q-Team.
You really think it'll be that simple?
So we shouldn't?
Well, I guess we don't have anything to lose. Why don't we give it a shot?
What did you throw?
Cheese. Picked it up with the coaster. Was over there on the counter.
Why don't we just toss in some ketchup and pickles too? Maybe next time he comes back, he'll be a hot dog. It was a joke.
Five minutes left.
Gab's not come back.
Let's just vote, Carlos. Like I said, if we forfeit...
I know!
Hey, there's one thing we can do.
What is it?
You remember what you wrote on the Gab letter?
The what?
The message we sent the furry pigeon to deliver? C-Team is voting for D-Team. So D-Team should vote for Q-Team, and Q-Team for C-Team.
Yeah? So what?
So, vote for Q-Team instead.
What? Junpei, you can't be suggesting... If we do that, they'll end up with 2 votes and...
Yep, Q-Team will be out. Granted, this whole thing is assuming our initial plan works. The note makes it to D-Team, and Diana votes the way we want her to. Think about it for a second. 6 people have to die or we're never getting out of this bomb shelter. Those are the rules of the decision game according to Zero. Balancing the votes won't do us any good. We'll just end up falsely prolonging someone's death.
Junpei.
The deadline to vote is in 3 minutes.
Come on, Carlos. Vote for Q Team.
No, you can't!
Oh, so I'm going to follow the votes. I'm not going to go against them. So we're going to vote for D.
Your vote has been accepted.
Ah, I was worried you weren't going to do it, Carlos.
You'll see, Akane. Just because we did what we said we would doesn't mean this will work. Hell, we don't even know if our note reached the other teams or not. And even if it did, there's no guarantee they did what we asked. 2 possibilities will come out of this. The 3 members of D Team will die.
Or it's our heads on the chopping block.
90 minutes have passed. Your time limit has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the 3 of you. When you next wake, those who survive will be able to regret the decision. As all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered. Pleasant dreams.
Okay, so we're going to take over. We're going to have a look at D Team. We've done Q Team and C Team. Did they follow suit? That's the question. Are they going to vote the correct way?
Hate
It's up to us.
calamity. So, a moment when hate becomes calamity, huh? I wonder what that means. Beats me. Maybe it's not supposed to have a meaning. Huh? It's an anagram. You reorganize the letters into another sentence.
Why do you think it's an anagram?
I've seen something like this before. In another place. Anyway, where's Sigma?
What are you looking at?
A box.
What kind of box?
Well, I'm looking into it because I don't know.
It looks like something's written on it.
Force quit box.
That's interesting.
I see a keyboard on it too.
Use this keyboard to input a password and force something to stop. Is that what this means?
What does it stop?
Well, the obvious answer would be the game Zero is
Okay,
making
Philippe.
us play.
Then we should try it. I shouldn't have thought it would be that easy.
We need a hint.
Maybe it says something on the underside.
Nope. Won't budge.
Is it heavy?
Heavy doesn't even begin to cover it. I doubt it's made out of anything from Earth.
Well, you are getting up there, Sigma.
What do you say? My body's still got it.
I'll just give it a try.
lying.
See? I told you.
This is the map for Ward D, right?
Looks like it.
And we can go wherever we want, so long as it's within this ward?
Yes, that's what Zero said.
All right. We've checked all the rooms from top to bottom, but...
You didn't find any exits?
Obviously. We are in a bomb shelter, after all. If there were several exits, it'd defeat the purpose it was built for.
So Zero told the truth.
Then opening the X door is the only way out. Mira! Eric! Can you hear me?
Carlos! Akane! Tenmyoji!
There's no point. We wouldn't hear a drunk toga party at full volume on the other side.
I think we need 6 passwords to get this door to open, right?
Yeah, that X-Pass thing.
For every one person who dies, one password will be revealed.
Is that true, though?
Sigma, why don't you try dying once?
I politely but firmly refrain.
What about you, Diana?
Hey! No.
Figured.
May I ask you guys something?
What's up?
Do you think someone will come help us?
Like who?
Maybe the decom experiment staff?
Sorry, but that's pretty unlikely. Remember? The staff stationed in DCOM can't communicate with us right now. The simulation is attempting to stay true to an actual Mars mission.
It's at least 6 months between Earth and Mars. In that time period, Earth will have rotated halfway around the Sun. Which means...
By the time the spaceship reaches Mars, the Earth is behind it.
with the star in the way, we can't send a signal.
That's the lead-up. We've been doing experiments for the past 5 days.
Transmissions will re-establish on December 31st at 23:30, which leaves us with more than 10 hours.
There's no point in hoping for a rescue to come before then.
Pretty sure the DCOM staff won't notice any problems until that time.
You guys are like siblings. You're totally in sync. This may be somewhat rude of me to say, but the way you talk, Sigma, is, a little unusual.
Forgive him. The age of his mind and his body are completely different.
Oh, he mentioned that back at DCOM. That his consciousness had come back from the year 2074.
That's correct. That's why I know what will happen in the future. I must have spent the past 5 days warning all of you. If nothing changes, mankind will be destroyed. Akane, Phi, and I infiltrated DCOM to stop all that from happening.
Phi? Is this true?
Well, would you believe me if I said that it was?
Then why are all of us trapped in this strange place? If you know the future, then you could have prevented this.
We had no idea what events went down inside the DCOM facility. Nor did we know anything about what's going to happen in this
Zero is. Do you guys know who Zero is?
No, I haven't the foggiest. But they called themselves Zero. At the very least, they know about what happened a year ago.
What are you...
There's one more thing for sure. Think about it. Why was Zero's speech to us pre-recorded? There's got to be a very big reason why things can't be in real time. There are two possibilities. They've already bit the bullet, or...
Zero is among us.
Interesting if he is one of them.
Why did
But
this have
who?
to happen to me? I should have never listened to Rebecca.
Rebecca?
She's the head nurse at the hospital where I worked.
Oh, right. You did say you were a nurse.
I joined the DCOM experiment because Rebecca suggested it to me. She told me that they were searching for a nurse willing to participate. Well, to be honest, there is another reason why I decided to join.
Gab!
Why is Gab here?
I think he came through the vent.
See anything?
No, it's too dark.
You're up, Fi.
You want me to go in there? It's clearly impossible.
You sure?
I won't repeat myself. My boobs are D's.
Your pants are on fire.
It's true.
It seems to me they've gotten a full size larger than the last time you told me.
It's been 45 years. Growing is natural.
You were just sleeping.
Could I interrupt? What is this?
Is that a coaster?
Something's written on it. Hello, Carlos here. C-Team is voting for D-Team. So D-Team should vote for Q-Team and Q-Team for C-Team. And someone else wrote...
Q-Team, got it.
I get it. By spreading out the votes, they're suggesting we make it a tie.
Looks like Q-Team agreed.
Seems so.
I guess Gab passed through Ward C to Ward Q and ended up here. It'll work! Now none of the teams will have to die.
I wonder about that.
What?
The deadline to vote is in 3 minutes.
Damn, we don't have much time. We need to head over to the voting device.
What exactly did you mean earlier, Fi?
I'm saying it could be a lie.
Do you mean that Q-Team is planning to betray us?
No, I doubt it. That's what they intended. They didn't have to send Gab. They'd only have to decide to vote for D-Team.
Then you mean...
There's a chance that C-Team will betray us. Maybe they're saying they'll vote for D-Team, but actually vote for Q-Team.
Why would they do that?
To make us choose Q-Team. If you think it's a good idea to spread out the votes, then your choice is easy, right? I'm just saying. It's a possibility.
The deadline to vote is in 1 minute.
What should I do?
The fact that Gab showed up means that we can assume Q-Team's voting for C-Team. So we have no choice but to choose Q-Team. Otherwise...
Our single vote could cause the death of all of C-Team.
Oh, let's hope this is correct.
Your vote has been accepted.
Well, that was a good choice.
Do you think it'll be okay?
So long as Gab's note was the truth.
All we could do was trust them.
I suppose.
90 minutes have passed. Your time limit has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the 3 of you. When you next wake, those who survive will be able to regret the decision they made, as all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered. Pleasant dreams.
Okay, so all teams have voted. Trying to spread the votes to stop a certain team getting the 2 votes and being terminated. So when I come back on part 3, I'm going to go back to Q team with the little boy. So we've covered each team. This is going to be part 2 and coming to an end, guys. I know it's a slightly different game, Zero Time Dilemma. It's not like anything I've got, but if you have enjoyed, you'd like to see more, please say so in the comments, and I'll speed up part 3. Certainly an interesting concept and something different, so yeah, cool. Thanks for sticking with me, guys, and watching the broadcast. And I hope to see you on part 3. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.